Hi, this is Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker. So I'm at my house tonight, and the reception apparently is sometimes patchy. So we'll see how this goes. If it doesn't work out, then next week I won't be I won't be here. I'll be somewhere where the reception is better. So there you go. That's my story for tonight. Hi, Courtney. Hey, and Cassidy. Nice to see you. So Courtney, ooh. Okay, so Courtney, right now, this is for all of us. Hi, Brian. Hi, Anita. Hey, Travis. Nice to see you again. So this is a little thing for all of us. Right now is we're finding it a little bit turbulent. You know, I think some of us thought we would be complete with some of the things from about 3 years ago, and we're still moving through those. But this says, Courtney, for you, that it's really within the next moon cycle that things are really going to settle down. The crayfish down here, it will stop being at the moon, and the dogs will stop howling. So things will settle down. So let me give you one little more piece. There's another piece that wants to come. So let's just look at this. Oh, okay. King of Pentacles, money, property, tangible things, and let me see if I can get it so you can see it better. There you go. Tangible things. He comes from love, but he really is about the practical world, and he really wants it to make sure that his people, all of his people, not just the ones closest to him, because he's a king. He wants dominion, which doesn't mean power over, but it's the ability to have a dominion where your people care for you as much as you care for them. So this and how I see this relating is that emotionally things might be up right now, but when you focus on the practical world and bringing more of your beautiful jewelry designs into the world, this then takes care of your people, right? And oftentimes, one of the things I notice is people come to see me and they're looking for protection pieces, and I don't have anywhere to send them. So I just love that you're doing what you're doing, and that you're bringing your pieces out into the world so that people feel better about, about walking in the world. It's, it feels scary out there right now. So things are settling down within a month. Look for this guy to be really helpful for you. So it could show up as a person in your life, but it also could be that masculine part of you. The right side of us is masculine. The left side is the feminine. So we bring thoughts and ideas in. We move them through our heart, and then we take them out into the world. So utilize your masculine from the perspective of love and bounty. And also there's a little bit about don't be bullheaded. There you go. All right. Tora, hi, how are you? I'm going to do a little reading for you tonight. Damon, nice to see you. Anne, hi. Elvira, nice to see you. And Sherry, very nice. So, Tora, so Pentacles, we had the King of Pentacles in the last reading, and right now here we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you can see both of them are a little fixated on the practical world. What they do is they hold on a little too tightly, and what we know with the law of attraction and all of those kinds of things, that we know that that in order for something to be brought into the world, we also have to go out and take an action. So so this is moving from the fixation of holding on too tightly to putting it into play. And how we do this, and here she has rams, because it's that Aries energy, it's that independent, I can take care of myself kind of energy that a lot of us have. However, interdependence, like, oh, so this is good. Interdependence is what helps us when we are when we're in trouble or when we're fixated on something, and that's all we're focusing on. So let me pop over here and see what I can grab you about interdependence. Okay, more pentacles. So there's a balance happening here, Torah, that might not be happening for you. You might be a little out of balance. You know, one of the things that I notice about us spiritual people, and if you're on Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker, or if you're over in Enlightened Spiritual Warriors, is we tend to be over givers, right? We start taking on other people's burdens and taking care of them and doing this, and then pretty soon we're not being replenished at all, but we're in the act of giving and giving and giving. So this is a good reminder for all of us to bring the reciprocity and the giving into balance. You know, be in balance with what you're giving. And the other thing is that make certain that what you're giving, you're not expecting to get. Okay, I'm going to say that again. What you're giving, you're not expecting to get. So this is for all of us. You know, if I give you something and then I hang around waiting for you to give it back to me, I then don't let 7 billion other people have that opportunity to give it to me. So that's a really good way to think about this. I give to you, and then I get to be in the business of receiving from 7 billion other people, not just you. So make sure you're in the flow, and don't worry who it comes from. Just be in the act of saying yes more often. Having your yes have more power means your no has more conviction. And we're in a place where we're about time for us to get convicted to some things, right? Okay, so you have allies. And Torah, it's all in the practical world. This is the beautiful part of it. It's not all airy-fairy and up there where you have to figure it out. It's very practical. The queen is all about taking care of herself first and her people, and then looking to them to do the giving after they have done the receiving. So thanks for the love, you guys. And Miss Anita, will you be a sweetie, and will you put the link over there for Enlightened Spiritual Warriors, so that if people want to come over there where I teach twice a week, that would be awesome. Okay, Courtney, I'm going to put your daughter into love, light, and prayers. So there you go. Okay. Anne, hi. How are you, Anne Reed? So, oops, hang on. I'm disappearing for a moment. It went on the floor. I'll be right back. Aha, another queen. This time it's the Queen of Cups. So what we're noticing about both of these queens is they're fixated on what it is that their suit, right? And she is a little closed off. So there, I'm going to put her up close so you can have a look. There's a cherub underneath. She's right there on the edge of the water. She doesn't seem to be concerned about that. What she is concerned about is, oh, here we go, Anne. What she's concerned about is keeping a lid on her emotions. So what I would say about that, and because it's such a powerful statement, I would say that you want to look for where is it that you are. Oh, here you go. Where are you ducking down rather than standing up? So I don't quite know what that means, but you will. So there you go, Anne. That one's for you. Nice. Cool. Sherry Woolman, this one is for you. Oh, actually, you get two. Okay. So I'm going to do this one first because it's a lower number. So you've got an 8 and a 10. So you've come a long way, both emotionally and in the realm, on the mental realm, the mind. Swords are thoughts and ideas. They're the mental realm. The thing about the mental realm is that it can trick us, but it can also trip us up. And the reason that I say that is that we get locked into thinking certain things are certain ways, and regardless of the best evidence around, we still stay fixated on believing that that's the truth. So the thing about this person here is you can see that she's bound. However, way up close, you can see her feet are not bound, nor does she look like she's really encumbered. She could get out of her situation should she want to. As a matter of fact, if she just wiggled over the tiniest bit, she could cut her bindings with these swords. The metaphor for this is there are no lateral moves for you. You can either regress back into what was, or you can progress into what can be. But you cannot stay where you are, because where you are is stagnant. You can't see anything new. You can't hear anything new. You can't reach out for anything new because you're being bound. Now, when you shift these thoughts, when you shift the beliefs about the way that you see things, the way that you believe that things are, the outcome of that is right here, beyond contentment. This is a happy family. It's got a rainbow of love. All the cups are up in the air. This is the card of bliss. The arms are outreached up to the divine, giving thanks. The kids are playing. Everybody is happy and beyond content. So when you come through this and you cut your losses, is actually what they're telling me. So you just got to cut her losses. So you give yourself a permission per your mission of a new way to think about things. Then what ends up happening is emotionally you are better off than you have been in a really long time. Beyond contentment into bliss. So there you go. So I hope that's useful and helpful to you. So let's see. Oh, Raminia, hi, nice to see you here. So what's happening here is I am going deeper than just a one card reading. So I start with one, and then we look at that and see what's happening there, and then we go deeper. So Romania, what I would say is anything that is falling away right now is necessary destruction for positive reconstruction. And as a matter of fact, that's really quite what's happening in actually most of the world right now, is we're having things fall away because the old paradigms don't work. They aren't working, and they ain't going to work either. So we've got to let these things fall away. Sometimes it feels like they're falling apart, and that is partly true, because when you have something that you want to blossom, it can't stay in the seed pod. The seed pod has got to open up, and the germinated seed pod comes up, the seedling comes up. So that's what this is really all about. It's about you seeded something. It looks like it's not working out the way that you wanted it to. However, let's have a look right here and see what this has to say. Patience is required. Don't ask for it, because if you ask for the understanding of patience, what will happen is you will be given lots of opportunities to experience that patience. What this is all about is that you have seeded 7 things. One of them is ready to harvest right down here. The rest of them need attending to because they're not ripe yet. The time isn't right. Okay, so one more. Okay. Another major arcana. So Raminia, here 2/3 of your cards are divinity attempting to get a message to you. So the message here is that, look, this being does not have any reins. And the two, this being here, the charioteer, doesn't have any reins. These two are in conflict about which way to go. So this is a person who has their head in the clouds, not grounded on the earth or in the earth, because he's up in his chariot and he's ready to go, but he has no rein. So allow whatever is falling apart to fall apart. Know that it's going to require some patience and some tending in the practical world. And what are you going to do about it? How is this going to happen? You're going to take the reins, resolve the conflict, and move powerfully forward. Ground yourself first. Hematite is a wonderful thing for that. And I would also suggest just wandering around as much as you can barefoot, just to really ground yourself down as this destruction happens and washes over you, because it's going to bring about 6 more things for you to harvest. How awesome is that? So let it go, whatever it is. All right. Let's see. Margarita, hello. Let me pull a card for you. And who knows, it may be even more. So this is very appropriate. I'm sure you hear this all the time. It must be really boring. I'm sorry. But it's Margarita time. So, and I mean this in more than one way. What I mean is that it's time for you to celebrate yourself and for you to find 2 sisters to go and celebrate with, because apparently you've been a little bit holding back and you haven't been actually sharing what it is that you came here to share. So you've been maybe feeling a little reticent about that and not wanting to go out and celebrate. However, this celebration will unlock your ability to connect more vitally with more people. So there you go. Now I'm going to pull another one because it feels like there's something else that needs to happen. All right, more cups. So this is an emotional kind of thing. Here we have the 3 and here we have the 6. So it's, celebrate and then go and reflect on what beliefs are holding you back from having you celebrating every day, because there's something here that gets to get delved into, so you can look at, so why aren't I celebrating every day? What is it that stops me from just believing that, every day is a day where there's something joyous to celebrate, because there is something that's holding that back. Okay, let me just grab you one more little card. Here it is. Another cups. Okay, so here we have the 2, 3, and the 6, all cups, all emotion. So whatever is going on for you, Margarita, is really a big emotional deal, right? You can feel it. People around you are noticing it. However, what the card that came as the last card is a meeting of 2 emotional equals. Now, oftentimes, this is inside of us. We've got to get our masculine and our feminine into conversation with one another so that we can manifest in the world, so that we can manifest this relationship, which is a healing relationship, first internally and then out in the world, so that the celebrating does happen. And it happens not only for you, but all the people around you, because what you've gone and done is you've looked at what's holding you back. Okay, what is it that's stopping you from doing whatever it is that you want to do, no matter what it is? So I'd like to see what that could be. So there you go. Let me see. Jennifer, hi, how are you? Jennifer Allison, nice to see you. And yes, Oh, and Tora, I've got to embrace my Aries North Node more. Well, that's Tora, that's a lovely idea. And this is for all of us. There's a wonderful book. It's called Astrology for the Soul. And the thing about the North Node, it's our karmic path in this lifetime, right? It's where are we going? What are we here to do? And how are we going to bring this into fruition? So when you know what your karmic path in this lifetime is, it allows you to be spacious in what you're doing. For a long time, I just thought I was kind of bossy. But then I found out that I actually came in knowing a lot of wisdom, and that in this lifetime, it's my duty to impart that wisdom. So, Tora, this is awesome. Thank you so much for this. So, when we're at a place where we're looking at our North Node or looking at our astrology at all, it's a roadmap for us. It says, this is what you came to do. This is where your foibles are going to be. This is where you can learn to laugh at yourself and grow and become less egoic and a more humble spirit being. And that's a joy in itself. So Tora, thanks for that. That was great. Nice to read your comment. So Jennifer Allison, this one is for you. The Emperor. Now, we just talked about that Aries energy, and this is where we're at. We're on a brand new astrological new year right now. We're going into Aries, into that, that rutting, that springtime energy that, we got to have this, we got to do this, we're born for more, that kind of thing that happens in the spring. So the thing about the Emperor is that, look over here, he comes from love. And look, he's got that kind of glance off to the side there. Keeping my eye on you. He's got an incredible amount of Ram energy. So what this means is there's a lot of power in this card, Jennifer. So he also is ready to go to battle. So when I see this, I go, oh, well, here's a caution for you. It's a good idea to know when to growl and when to bite. So if you think about a dog just doesn't run up to you and chomp on you. It gives you a little notice. It starts with a growl, and then bares the teeth. But the Emperor is ready to do battle for you. He's a beautiful, powerful ally. So, Jennifer, I don't know what you have going on right now, but I would look to him to help you for the next month. And one of the things about getting a card, especially a major arcana like this, divinity is attempting to get a message through, and I am merely the conduit. But when you see them, my invitation to you is that you go and you find them, you enlarge them in black and white, and you color them. And when they're major arcana, stay with that process for a bit. Look at what the Emperor means to you. How are you going to embody that? How are you going to embody the Emperor in a way that you're not just jumping up and doing battle because it's an impulse, but that you're thoughtful about it. You're thoughtful about engaging and who you engage with and how you engage. So there you go, Jennifer. Nice to see you on here. Sam Mitchell, good evening to you too. So I'm drinking love here. Decaffeinated love right now. All right, Sam, this one's for you. A quest. The body, mind, and spirit down here symbolized by these pyramids. This is this is one of the nights. It could be the only one of the nights that's ready to jump into action. Okay, and look, Here we have all of these lizards. Lizards wake up your dreams. So the thing about this night is he's on a quest to bring the body, the mind, and the spirit into communion. And he's ready for the trip. He is more than ready to take you where you need to go. So be mindful of your dreams. Not just the nighttime ones, not just in the dream time, but what are your dreams, hopes, and aspirations, and who do you want to influence? When you know this, then this particular night is a great ally for you to go on a journey with. So one of the ways that I concretize my life and that I bring things like this into fruition is I ask spirit, right? You all know that I used to just do cards all the time for everybody that showed up. And then one day they were like, no, that's not what's going to happen anymore. Now what's happening is that you're choosing a few people, you're doing an expanded reading, and everyone's going to benefit. Well, I had my doubts, right? Because, I had my doubts. I've been doing this for 3 years this way, and geez, I was kind of enjoying it. So, but what I'm hearing as feedback is that I listen to spirit. Spirit tells me what to do. I do what I'm told. Now, this isn't easy. I'm a double Cancer, double Sag, so I've got to say about things. But if you look at what happens when you listen to spirit and then you do what it takes, your life progresses. It may not go where you think it's going or how you think it's going to go, but nonetheless, it progresses. So, and usually it progresses in a way that's much more magical and meaningful than this little 3 pounds up there could have imagined. So there you go. Yolanda, nice to see you. I am just going to grab you a little card. Oh, the Hanged Man. Okay, so what I'm loving about tonight and what I think is significant is we're in the very early stages of spring, right? It has no choice but to move forward. And we're getting a lot of major arcana tonight because it's giving us a wake-up call. So once we're finished here, and if you have a deck, tarot deck, my suggestion to you is that you pull out all the major arcana and you spread them out, you shuffle them up, spread them out face down, and then choose one for yourself just to see what that's all about. And then utilize that because that's divine guidance. And because there's so much of it tonight, then I'm going to just impart that I think that would be a really lovely idea for us to do. In the meanwhile, Yolanda, this is a card of self-sacrifice. And there is really no need for us to sacrifice. The thing about this is that sometimes when we're doing it, we feel very virtuous. It's like when we take on other people's burdens. We feel some virtue in doing that. Oh, I'm helping them out. Well, when you are sacrificing yourself, you may think that you're helping someone else out, but what actually happens is that you're giving people really bad modeling. So you have a willingness to do it. You have an ability to do it. You even have a desire to do it. However, what people around you are then seeing is that you get depleted because you're sacrificing yourself. So a much better way to be a model, and if you're part of Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker or the Enlightened Spiritual Warrior group, go over there and ask to join. But if you're in my groups, it's not so you can sacrifice yourself. So I'm going to get you a little help over here, and we'll see how this is going to work out. Okay, well, how it's going to work out is you're being given a gift from the gods. See the cloud here and the hand coming out of it, of wands, passion, fire, drive, connection to the divine. So here they are saying no more self-sacrifice, and here's a brand new spiritual journey that you can begin, so you're not doing this. So I would suggest that you first of all get a guide so you don't need to sacrifice yourself anymore. And if you are up for it, I'm starting a shamanic journey 6-week online course in a couple of weeks. So Yolanda, just PM me and I will set up and have a little conversation about whether it's right for you or not. But no more self-sacrifice, and look for this gift that you're being given, because it's a here we go. It's an anecdote for self-sacrifice to be in a spiritual practice, because it's that giving and that receiving. So your spiritual practice is one of knowing that you're a spiritual being having a physical experience. And one of the things that we learn in shamanism is that spirit has not got a way to manifest except through us. So this might let you off the hook for having an extra bowl of chocolate ice cream, but all of our desires are desires that spirit can't manifest without a physical body. Now, I'm not talking about I'm talking about desires that don't harm anyone. Ye harm none, right? Do what you will, but ye harm none, including yourself. So they're here having a spiritual journey through us. That's the only way that they can do it. And when you want something, if you go, well, that's not spiritual that I want that. My thing for this year, my word for this year is bold, because I'm not a good asker. I don't ask people to join my enlightened spiritual warrior group. I allude to it, but I don't boldly ask. So I'm going to ask you all, go over and join Enlightened Spiritual Warriors. I'm also going to give you the courage to do what you're here to do. Okay? No one else has your gifts. No one else has your talents, and no one else has your skills except for you. So if you don't do it, who's going to? That's what I'd like to know. All right, there you go. Ed Campbell, hi, nice to see you. Okay, I'm going to pull a little something for you. There it is. Ooh. So, Ed, you're about to begin a brand new journey. And the thing about this is that as a fool, well, first of all, only a fool goes anywhere on a journey at all. And thanks for the love, you guys. Everyone else stays safe and warm and cozy in their house. But a fool is willing to take the first step in spite of the fact that they might not know where, they might have an inkling of the destination, but they might not know the process of getting there. However, that's not going to deter you, Ed, because you have got the impetus, you've got the desire, you have an inkling about where you want to go. You may just not know the how. So let's see if we can find out a little how for you. Oh, okay. Well, the how is that there is something that you've got to leave behind. You've had a wounding, and it could have even been a spiritual wounding, maybe a psychic wounding, something like that. But you can't keep replaying it any longer. You really need to let that be behind you so that you actually can do this and start this. So oftentimes the thing that stops us, the thing that holds us back from taking that step, is that we have a memory, right? Oh, I took a step before, it didn't really work out, and I have this wounding to prove it. See, right there in my head, because I can still remember it. So it's time really to let that go. So how's that going to happen? Let's look and see. Okay. So now Look, I love this. You guys are getting the best cards. So in order to have that happen, how you're going to let this go, this wounding, is that you're going to allow it to die. What I mean by that, Ed, is that perhaps what you want to do is you want to write the story out. This is also really good for any of us who are not where we want to be. Write out the sad story about why I'm not where I want to be. Okay? And don't worry if it gets to be really elaborate and long. Let it be as long as it needs to be. Then, if you're very fortunate, you find one person to tell the story to. And you ask them not to say anything, just to be a witness and just to listen. So you tell the whole story. And then you burn it. You burn that paper that you wrote it on. Never to speak of that again. You take those ashes and you find a plant somewhere and you dig around the outside, the perimeter of the plant. You put those ashes in there, you cover it back up, and you watch the growth happen. So this new journey that you are embarking on, whether it's a conscious one or not, requires that you let go of this old wounding that is still just running around in your head. When you do that and you take those steps, and this is good for everybody, write the story, tell one person, burn it, bury it, watch the new growth, because this is what spring is all about. In order for us to have new growth, we've got to let something die. So there you go, Ed. And it's a beautiful process for all of us, especially now, because we're in that brand new part, that Aries, that independence. I'm going to strike out on my own kind of stuff. And we can all go back, look at our stories, look at, am I where I want to be? If I'm not where I want to be, what's my story about it? Write it, burn it, bury it. All right, that's it. And then watch the new growth. So be smart about where you bury it. Bury it somewhere close to where you're going to see a plant thrive. So bliss, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Love. Bye-bye.